You know, every day when I wake up in the morning, every time as I'm moving around during the night, I start to think about this man. This is one of them artists that you can't really forget. This is one of them artists that you always have to remember forever. Extremely versatile artist. Any genre that he make music on, he always kill it. Like he's one of them, like 100%. Like this is a guy that you can't even play with on an artistic level. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, I'm not even gonna lie, he might be a little better than Drake on some aspects, But we not talking about Drake on here, because I know there's a lot of conspiracies going around. We're just gonna have to explain the real quick. We're just gonna have to keep it a buck, no lie, no nothing. Just, we just gotta keep it 100. XXX is not a legend. He's not a legend. He never was a legend. He's a great artist. He's an amazing artist. To this day, he's still one of my favorite artists of all time. Do you understand me? One of my all-time favorite artists of all time. I'll never forget 15 years old listening to 17. And I said 17 was a classic. Still is. Not gonna lie. But we're not gonna take away from the fact that he's not a legend. He's not. X is not a legend because he wasn't doing nearly enough as a Drake, as a J. Cole, as a Kendrick Lamar, as a Travis Scott, as a Lil Uzi. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 1 year is not enough to solidify yourself as a legend. And that goes for Juice World 2. That goes for Pop Smoke 2. That goes for King Von and Nipsey Hussle. How y'all didn't give him the appreciation and the admiration while he was alive, but y'all gotta wait till he's in the grave to do that? How does that work? How does that work? It just doesn't necessarily make sense. And then on top of that, the media is the same way too, because the media will take the time out of their day and crucify this man every single day because of his personal life, because of his actions that happened with his personal life. You understand me? So it's not fair because y'all not giving the other artists who are alive that shine. Y'all not giving them that shine and admiration who are great artists, who do spend the time of their craft becoming the best in the world. Do you understand me? Shout out to him. And like I said, any genre that he made music on, he always kill it. Whether if it's alternative rock, whether if it's R&B, whether if it's hip hop. If he hopped on a gospel beat, he'll kill that too. If it was genuine and if his mind was in the right place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't gonna do it for show. He wasn't gonna do it for money. Like, if his mind was in the right place, he could make a great gospel song, I swear. But he is not a legend. Yes, he had a #1 album. Yes, he had a #2 album. And yes, he had other cosigns such as Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. But to be a legend, you need 5 years in this game to really have great album after great album after great album, so that these video essay people like Volksgeist could make a 2-hour video going in deep dive, like just really explaining why his albums are so great, why he puts his blood, sweat, and tears into an album that's considered a classic. He only had two. They were in the top two. Don't get me wrong, and he did sell big numbers. Sad was peaked at number 17 before he passed. But again, it takes 5 years, even more than 5 years. It takes more than 5 albums to really consider yourself the GOAT. If you have at least 5 or more albums every last one of them are amazing. And people could look back and say, oh my goodness, those are classics. You're the GOAT. You're the legend. If you have awards that you have won, you're considered a legend. If you have the admiration and the love and the respect from everybody, and not just his cult fan base, because his fan base, he had a cult. He had a big cult. But it wasn't everybody. It wasn't the entire room. It wasn't casual listeners. He didn't have those Germany fan base yet. He was just starting. He was just the new artist. Like I said, y'all wasn't really showing him love because his real life actions overshadowed that. So my point being, I mean, that's like Drake getting shot and killed after Take Care. You understand me? It's not enough. You got to do way more than that. You got to really put your all for the next 3 to 5 years. This man had one. And that's it. He had one. So please, let's not confuse the bullshit with the facts, because the truth can never be considered disrespect. So, to my favorite artist right here, who was passed away in June 18th, 2018, rest in peace. Your soul will rest and your music will live on forever. But to those confused people who think death is considered legendary when it comes to artistic stuff such as music, y'all are immortal but.